Today, we're talking with Vahid Kolahdouzan, co founder and COO of JIBB, about how technology can empower human connections. Welcome to Beyond SaaS. I'm Jason Niedle, founder of Tethos. We are a growth agency and we partner with tech companies just like JIBB to deliver growth solutions and sales. I've recently taken all the things that we've learned and put them into a cool hypergrowth playbook. If you want to grab that, it's at tethos.com/podcast. I promise it's actually useful, or you can drop the word growth if there's comments wherever you're watching, and I will DM it to you. Today, I'm excited to be exploring tech company growth with Vahid. And Vahid, I appreciate, got up early. He is in Australia, calling into California today. And he's the co-founder and COO of JIBB, which is a patented AI-powered platform that digitizes any physical writing surface, like a whiteboard, and extracts the handwritten content in real time with your existing camera. And if you guys watch their videos, it is really cool to see how that shows up. So JIBB was a global finalist in an Extreme Tech Challenge, is now venture-backed, and is a Cisco preferred solution provider. And it looks like, Vahid, you're a dynamic blend of investment banking and IT and entrepreneurship and education. So I think that's a fun thing to explore with you. And I like that you're really seeking to reimagine what work looks like and how AI kind of amplifies our efforts and doesn't take away. So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me in this show. Recently, I just read a book, and I want to start with that. And the book is called The NVIDIA Way, Jensen Huang and the Making of the Tech Giant by Tao. So this book is just recently released in December 2024, and it actually struck me heavily. And the reason for that is, the Jensen obviously is a figure now and is compared to Steve Jobs and as one of the, all-time greatest entrepreneurs. And talking about the culture in NVIDIA and how we built it from, a startup to what it is now and became even at the time the biggest company in the world. And it shows how hardworking the culture of NVIDIA is and how innovative it is, and how Jensen is basically playing with the simple rules, but so powerful that make the culture super, super competitive and innovative. One of the things that it actually relates to us as well is I found that the whiteboard is ultimate symbol of the unique culture at NVIDIA. From the day one, and that's a preferred medium of communication for Jensen and how it roll out to whole entire company. Every single room in the both headquarters of NVIDIA and any other offices, surrounded with wall whiteboards. And Jensen even has his own specific marker. He just buy it from Taiwan and he uses it all the time. Even he travels and goes.
I love that. He has to have his own exact marker for his whiteboard.
That's right. He make every meeting himself and all other employees to use a whiteboard in a meeting, and no slides, no PowerPoint. And the reason for that is basically the whiteboard forces people to think and be rigorous, transparent, and logical. Every time they start from scratch and they have to draw down the logic all behind it. And basically they start from point zero every time without looking at the past. What was and they cannot hide any faulty assumptions in these kind of processes. Whereas in previous slides, you can go through it easily without going through all the details, and things can get missed or misleaded. So that was very, very powerful way I see working there. And I just want to read a small quote from the book, and it says, "At the whiteboard, there's no place to hide. And when you finish, no matter how brilliant your thoughts are, you must always wipe them away and start anew." And that's how they basically innovate every single time, because they said, this is what the past, let's wipe it out, let's start again.
Start over.
And that actually encouraged me to even use it more, and the whiteboard, and also use it in different ways that I never thought about it. And something else is happened obviously recently with AI, and these AI models getting more and more powerful. And in our company also, our company is based on AI, and we use Vision AI and now Gen AI to make things more powerful. And one of the things I've done And a system that works really nice with the whiteboard is now I've done some sketching on the board, and then I use that sketching to, and also I put some, plan around it and put that in ChatGPT.
Mm.
Ask it to act as a product manager and also details the product requirements. And I've done that, and I use that to put it again back to AI to generate code for the prototype out of it.
Wow.
So I create a prototype, I test it in a matter of day, and the team really liked it. And now we build upon it. So basically, the dev team has created that product that we're about to release. The takeaway for me was, if I wanted to do this, it would have taken me probably a month to do it. Now with AI, I could done it in a matter of day.
Right,
And
whiteboard it, have it scanned by Jib, put it in an AI, tell the AI to build a prototype, and you're done. That's amazing.
yeah, it was something that it wasn't possible before. And yeah, it was the way that we like to be, that we would like to be creative.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Jib and tell our listeners about Jib.
Basically, we use an AI to digitize any kind of analog surface, whether it's paper, whiteboard, in real time for any hybrid meeting that people can join and even interact remotely with the physical whiteboard, which
Mm.
makes it super interesting. And we bring in that simple medium inside the, any online meeting.
So what brought you to Jib in the first place? Where do you see this going? Like, how do you see this transforming business?
Let me go to the AI and power of AI. So we know AI is gonna change so many things in coming future, coming years, and the impact has already started. But I believe the actual impact, the massive impact, is gonna come in a bit of medium longer term, maybe about 5, 10 years time. One of the big things that's happening in AI is agentic AI or AI agents. And what does that mean? When we're working with AI, for example, with ChatGPT, we have a very, very specific small task or question and answer. We throw to the AI, give us the answer, and then we have to refine it. We have to go back and talk to AI back and forth because we know it's not 100%. It might not get to what exactly we want, or it might hallucinate and other things. And it cannot complete the whole task. For example, if I'm going to want to write an email and I want an AI to help me to write it. So I go and basically back and forth with for example, ChatGPT to help me to write it. And then I go to my Gmail and put down the name of the person I want to send. Then I'll copy paste the email in the body and I'll put it in the subject and then press send. Each task involves many, many steps that human do, and AI cannot do it in a way that currently exists through, for example, ChatGPT. So the aim of the agents so these agents means there are multiple AI models working together in different ways and sometimes very, very complex to accomplish the whole task. For example, this email sending does it by its own. So I said, this is what I want to send. Just go and send it, okay? Without maybe even my final approval or with my final approval. You show me everything. If I'm happy with it, you go and send it. So the AI probably even can go search the person, understand what it is, who it is, write the content based on what I want, and just go and put the email on my inbox and send it. So without me doing anything. So this is one example. Another example, for example, I want to book a trip somewhere at the end of the year, and it goes understand what are my preferences of budget and type of hotels or airplane, and book for me. It pays for it and it's done. So with uh, us, the value comes when what we see it is you do all your brainstorming on the whiteboard, you're meeting or planning through your whiteboard. And basically the whiteboard is a simple tool to make us more creative. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't want to taking a photo of it and then come and retype it. And then based on that, sometimes you have to redraw it. So it's very time consuming. And then you want to go to any specific platform you want to use and make the changes and build upon it, right? So what we're offering now, we see that's going to be more and more powerful is we see the whiteboard as a simple tool that we can plan or make ideas. And from the ideas, the actual action gonna happen through JIBB. So everything else could be automated. I give some examples. So I go and draw some wireframes on my board, and I want to say I want to create a new website, and these are the components. This is how I want to be. This is how I want to look for my target audience. And I do some sketches, and from there, as soon as I stop and tell AI to redraw it, for example, in Figma, and even put the components and then text and take it, for example, from Figma to website builder like Webflow and put all the components and even publish it, right?
Mm.
Or I'm doing planning with my team, everyone in the meeting, we allocate the task and we plan it together on the board. And at the end of the session, I don't need to do anything. All the tasks allocated on Jira to a specific people.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we're going right now. And so the reason is that we helping people to do the things they like, to be more creative and give away all the boring tasks or hand doing and typing to the AI.
Yeah, of course.
And this is something we're gonna release in very soon, and we call this product also complementary to JIBB. It's like Comac, and I'm offering any podcast listeners here to sign up for it for free access that we're offering to people.
Nice, free access. So I'll make sure to put a link in the description for anybody.
And this is exclusive to your podcast.
Nice. Podcast listener exclusive. It's making me think, for me, I have this blank wall on my right, and I've kept saying I need a whiteboard, I need a whiteboard. But a lot of times my team doesn't come in anymore. And so the whiteboard is a little bit useless because it hasn't been something that I could share before, right? If my team's not here. But if there's a camera over there and I can write on it and my team can see what I'm doing and we can talk about it, then that's a completely different, that's a real purpose for it, instead of it just being like my sounding board right there.
Yeah, exactly. So if you whiteboard user or you like using whiteboard or even pen and paper and you take in your notes or you do your stuff on a paper, this is a product for you that speed up your process a lot and basically boosts your productivity massively.
I see why Cisco would like it too, because I'm thinking, as I sit here and think about it, I'm like, oh, if I do that, I need another camera, right? So they're happy because they're going to be selling a bunch of cameras.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
So let's
correct.
talk about growth. How are you guys looking at growth? Is it user adoption? Is it revenue? And what are you guys looking to grow this year? How are you trying to grow?
So the growth for us has been through partnership. And now we have a few companies that we partner, but the major ones that we're working on right now is Cisco and also Lucid recently. And Lucid Chart that, you're doing all the online whiteboarding with them as well. So we are actually complementary on the product. And with Cisco, as you mentioned, they are selling these Cisco room devices that you use for video conferencing. And the reason they were super interested in what we're offering is, and they made us a partner and they made us Solution Plus partner, is because we adding very, very unique value to all these cameras. So we are the only one as a software that could be integrated with any camera. And we've gone with the model of partnership because we can access to a lot of the customers of, for example, Cisco that we couldn't do before. So they can see JIBB on the global price list of Cisco. They can see, JIBB exists, we can order it. So the procurement, all the invoicing still happens through Cisco for us and make it a lot easier. We have access to them. They can trust us, whether, we're a very small company and, these massive enterprises, they won't easily trust the small companies. And that's how we see it, that we can build the trust through Cisco because they've done all this security check and all other things on us. And that's one part of it. Also with Cisco, especially, they have access to 60,000 partners. And we've been introduced to some of these, and we're going to do more and more to have access to these partners that they sell these, then they can also sell JIBB alongside it too. Imagine we're building, even 10% of those partners also working with us. is like 6,000 partners all around the globe.
Hmm.
That, for example, is not only US, it's, let's say, Latin America. They can't even speak English. We don't need to hire a Spanish salesperson. So they
Yeah.
do this whole the sales for us. So make it super scalable and easy for us. And not only that, if there's a competitor also coming to this space, the network that we build, it protects us heavily against any of them, because they have to say they want to sell to these people or to these companies. So
Hmm.
if we are there, why they want to work with someone else?
So I like to look at the problem and say, okay, so you have these ideal customer profiles, and one of them are the big partners like Cisco, and then another one is clearly going to be businesses who want to use this, right? So, and those are very different audiences, right? One is a giant enterprise or partner program, right? And then you have enterprise programs, and then you have smaller companies like mine, for example. They
Yeah,
could use that.
yeah.
Are you marketing actively to all of those, or are you just really looking through the partnership side of things right now?
So working with these massive enterprises and going to the IT departments, and for us, especially for the big ones, it's called unified communication departments. And we thought, okay, we got them. Now the deal is done. What we realized is it wasn't as simple as that we thought, because there are a lot of them, when they come to the decision on budgeting, they need to get the budget approval or multiple stakeholders to say yes as well.
Yeah.
And that added to the sales cycle. So we thought, okay, now we need to take another approach, and that's what, for example, we're doing with Lucid, because Lucid, they focus is a lot of individuals and professionals and smaller companies, and with that partnership, we're going after anyone basically, and from the bottom up strategy of going to the end users and customers, basically all the companies ultimately defined by the employees.
Mm.
Employees ultimately say, okay, how good is this product? And once we get to these end users, they also vouch for us. They especially for in big companies, for in about us with the IT department, and that's going to help us even shorten the sales cycle that exists with them, because that's going to force them to have an urgency to close the deal. So this is how we're gonna combine it, and especially this year, combine these two strategy and to make things faster.
Yeah, I love that. What's holding you back in terms of growth and like how you're reaching? Is it these long enterprise cycles? Is it reaching the right people? Is it that it's in some ways the partners are a smaller market? What are the constraints to hypergrowth?
So we were the first ever pre-revenue company that became a Solution Plus partner of Cisco. And the reason for that was, and there are about 100 companies that they have the badge of Solution Plus partner
Mm,
all around the globe. And in every kind of different businesses that Cisco has, from security, network, collaboration, etc., that I mentioned. And there are very few in collaboration, and we are one of them. And the reason they chose us because we add in specific unique value that no one else does. And that's why they've done it. We know, for example, there are many companies that actually they generate in millions and millions of dollars in revenue, and they come to us and say, how the hell you guys got to Solution Plus partner?
right.
So that would be awesome. And we work on it for a couple of years to get there. And we thought, okay, that is, now we've done that, everything gonna be super fast, super easy, etc. But the problem was Cisco is a giant machine, so big, so many different departments, so many different teams that don't even know each other, talk to each other. We're such a small company, and we need to make that awareness within the Cisco sales teams all around the globe, and even the product team and marketing team, to
Mm,
know about us. And so they can sell when they see the customer and have a problem with the whiteboard. Oh, JIBB exists, so they can offer them, right? Otherwise, they don't know about us. They cannot even make the offer.
yeah, just because you're a partner doesn't mean they're selling it every day.
Yeah. So and then a lot of them don't know. So we had to make a lot of awareness, and we keep still doing it. Still, it happens to us. We talk to someone and say, "Oh, we don't. We didn't, I wish I knew." I had a client a month ago. I was talking. Oh, they have these problems. I didn't know about it. So this has been some challenge for us, working with these big companies, and the constraint for us to have more resources and more investment. As a matter of fact, we raising fund to have more money so we can hire 2, 3 people to work more closely with these partners and Cisco to make sure things happens. So it wasn't like, okay, it's gonna happen by its own. We still need to make that push once, by the time it's basically a patient game. So after probably another two years or so, 1 year, 2 year, we create more and more awareness, and it's going to be roll over, and going to be more and more people know about us within the community without even with much less effort from our side.
Yeah, awareness is the big key. What are you doing right now for awareness in terms of campaigns? Do you have any campaigns out there, or are you providing sales enablement tools for the Cisco team, like marketing literature? Like how are you getting the word out to Cisco and your partners?
So for Cisco, any events that they have, we're trying to be in that events. They have multiple events like Cisco Live. They also virtual events connecting to key decision makers and organizers. And once there's a webinar to their team or to others, they inviting us. Ultimately, we're humans and salespeople. There's enterprise sales that must to know you. And we realize it's not like, going virtually and send him some materials or campaign on the social media, it's gonna help us much. Not really. But with the Lucid, I think it's gonna be different because they're a lot more agile. They are startup culture, and with them, we can do a lot more joint campaign, and that it could be on the social media or other platforms, or using influencers to spread the word.
Sure, that makes sense. So you have a company, you're based in Australia, and your company's here in the United States and California, like me. The world's pretty turbulent. Trade is difficult. There's crazy stuff going on, at least one of your two countries. What trends do you see ahead, and how are you planning for that?
I don't think the tariff's gonna affect us in particular because we're a US based company as well, and we are software. So I don't think, and we have our servers based on the region, and for US, it's all, servers on AWS on the region. So it's all good, and we've been passing through a lot of security checks. So I don't think in that regard we're gonna affect us. In terms of where, I don't know, Donald Trump, I have no clue where we're going from here in terms of global trade, and it seems it's changing every day. So I hope it's going to come to conclusion soon.
How do you guys power through that, right? You have a company to run. With turbulence ahead, what are you doing? Are you doing anything differently?
Not really. I think the ones that they might affect us in some ways, because now there's uncertainty in the market, it might affect some fundings, because some people I know that stopped investing very, very recently, because that, uncertainty in the market. But I think it's gonna calm down hopefully soon, in a matter of months. Rather than that, I think really that it's gonna affect us in that regard. The other thing that might affect us, because we don't know yet, honestly, we're working also, we got huge interest for federal agencies in US, and obviously there is a lot of changes happening right now within agencies, and they love the whiteboard. We all even started creating the solution for them, because their solutions, they don't want to be on the cloud, they want to be on-prem on their own servers. We've done that, working with a couple of partners actually, to roll out to these guys. But it might actually affect us in that way, because federal agencies now also going through a lot of, that's nothing to do with trade perhaps, but also they going through some changes now, so that might delay the whole process.
Although maybe in some way, if there's less bureaucracy down the line, it might be easier to get in. Who knows, right?
Sure. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, this has really been fun. Where can our audience find you?
I'm on LinkedIn myself primarily, and they can find our company at
jibb.ai, and I'll put a link in our description down here with an offer for just our listeners for your new product. I appreciate that. Vahid, thank you so much for being on Beyond SaaS. For our tech leadership out there, we are committed to your growth. So we drop episodes twice a week. That's Tuesday and Thursday. And you can find me, Jason Niedle, at tethos.com, TETHOS.com, where you can also grab that hyperscale playbook. I promise it's useful, real battle-tested strategies, and that's at tethos.com/podcast. So if you got some value today, please go ahead and share the episode. I appreciate that. And I love questions for me or future guests or any comments or feedback. And don't forget to grab your link for JIBB. Until next time, this is Beyond SaaS.